How you been?
Good, 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 good. So, already know who I am, man. It's been a long time.
I know it's been a minute.
Where do we meet at? Can you tell the
Uh,
audience? Tell the audience
uh,
where we met.
trucking school,
That's
Romulus.
right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. Uh, you were at that time. You were very nervous about graduating, weren't you?
oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, it was like our first time experience, so it
Yeah.
was it was nerve wracking.
One thing I admire about you, man, and inspired by too, is the fact that when times were rough, because your time in the truck driving school, it got, especially towards the end, not the very end, but towards the end, it got very, very rough for you.
Yes, it definitely did.
And the one thing that you displayed was uh that you refused to give up.
Most definitely.
And your back was up against the wall. I
Oh,
remember I remember sitting in the car with you, man, and you were telling me what was going on, and it was your fifth time not passing the road test, and your company wasn't going to pay the fees for
yeah.
the
Actually, I
road.
did the fourth time. I was on my fourth. I did it.
Well,
Well, let me see. I did it. I took it once with the actual guy that works for the school, and then I took it with that one guy. I think, was it you and I that went? No, 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 it wasn't you and I. But it was like off the. It was some what do you call it? It, it it does. The guy did testing for the school too, but he was not the main guy. I did it. I fell with him, so it was two times. On my third time, I passed. Yeah, two times. I fell twice and passed on the third.
oh, okay, okay. So
Yes.
third time was the charm, then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, fast forward to today.
Yeah.
Time flies by, don't it?
Oh man, time waits for no one, man.
That's right. That's right. Uh, I think you mentioned you own a business now.
Oh yeah, I do. Actually, I was supposed to have my shirt on, but I can go and grab a shirt. I got a couple shirt made with my business name
Go
and I
grab
got
it. Go grab it.
what's that? Hold on. Nah, this is a friend of mine. She makes uh these shirts, and that's her business. Minding my own, minding my black owned business, and I use her shirt. She put my company name in the back, so I in support of her, you know, promote mine and hers at the same time. See, it says Team USA Transport LLC. Can you see it? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you
Oh,
hear me now?
oh yeah, I can. All right.
Sorry, I
Can you?
accidentally muted. I accidentally
Yeah.
muted myself. But
Uh,
yeah, man,
this
you guys got a
I
little.
long sleeve one, and I got a short sleeve. Another one. Minding my black owned business with my company logo in the back, which is Team USA Transport LLC.
That's great, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
Got
awesome.
to start from somewhere, man. Besides, I want to work for myself. I'm an entrepreneur. You
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
know?
So you got your own truck, man?
Actually, I'm leasing.
You're
I'm
a lead
leasing. That's
maker?
that's that because I'm paying way too much on leasing. But yeah, definitely, I will. Hopefully here by July, and I'm looking to get a fleet of trucks because I want drivers.
Okay. Wow, man. You've come a long way.
Yes,
You've
yes,
come a long way, my brother.
yeah.
And I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so
Thank
Now let me
you.
ask you something. What are the benefits? What are the benefits of owning your own business rather than working for someone else? And why did you decide to do it?
Because time wait for no one, and when you take 8 to 12 hours out of your day to invest in somebody else's, and you making that person richer and richer, and you still just barely getting by. And if you, as opposed, if you was to take that time that you putting into somebody else's uh business or company that you work for, instead of doing that, if you did that for your own self, you just got to find something that you like, and and put your time into it. Sometimes, it can start real slow and it's discouraging, but you just got to keep at it. Like there's a saying, a bird does not build a nest in one day. So, you know, so these things, it's gonna push you to keep going because you already know some business start and the first year it just boom. And some start and it take a while to get off the ground. But you just gotta keep pushing, just like you say. Go back to what you said earlier. When I was at school, it was a tough time because I had left a job. I was making $23 an hour in the factory. And me not working, I had no other income and unemployment denied me. So it made it really tough. But I knew what I was going for. So I kept at it, no matter what it was. And I must say too, and along the way, I find some genuine people like you that was, like understand what the struggle is, and you looked out for me too. I remember that day at McDonald's, man. You took me to McDonald's, man, so we could eat breakfast and stuff, and you talk to me and tell me it's not that bad. I understand that in life, if you say, okay, let me make this clear. One thing about life is you're gonna stumble, you're gonna fall, you're gonna get no's, you're gonna get denied, but you have to know yourself. Once you know yourself, you know what you are capable of doing, because we all have the same 24 hours. It's up to you how you use that. You got to make your 24 count.
Yeah.
Every day is a lesson. I'm not dead or in jail, knock on wood.
Yeah.
So I'm always hopeful. Where there is hope, there is life. So that's the thing about me. Yeah,
Right.
I'm all like, I don't,
Amen, brother.
and I'm not just hopeful. I believe you have to have hope, and also you got to work towards that to make that a reality. You can't just sit there and hope tomorrow I hit the lottery. It don't work like that. You got to be like, you know what? It's not that bad. I've been through worse. I'm gonna get through this as long as you keep pushing forward. And uh, positive mind is a healthy heart. You know, health is wealth. So you gotta take care of yourself,
Yeah.
and don't dwell in too much negativity. Because negativity is inescapable. You're gonna have those ideas that are wrong, but you gotta be able to differentiate goods from bad. So
Right.
yes,
Yeah. And also uh certain people that you keep around you can either
When you,
facilitate
yeah,
they could either help with the progress of success or hinder you from success,
yeah, most
right?
definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I concur.
Uh, you said you had a job before trucking school making $25 an hour, right?
23, 23.
23? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, now when I went to when while I was going to trucking school, right? I would wake up early in the morning, get there at about 6:37, right? And then I would get a couple of maneuvers in. I would try to get as many as I could in, and then I would
Yeah.
leave there at about what 1:30, 2 o'clock. They let me leave early because I had to be at my job at 3. And I did that for a month straight. I would work my 8 hour shift from 3 to 11, 3 p.m. to 11, and go to bed, go home, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, do the same thing again, over again. Now there's a bunch of people at my job. I worked at that job for 5 years, and I started out making $10 an hour as a temp. They kept me and a bunch of other people as temps for a whole year. We didn't get one raise until we got hired in. The most you could make there at the time was 16.50 an hour, and we thought that was great money. Matter of fact, at that time of my life, that was the most money I had ever made up until that point. Um, but I had a lot of people there at the plant working with me who was there. They had to be there for like 10, maybe 15. There was some people there working there for 20 years straight, right? So I guess my question is, some people get to a point where they're comfortable, they don't want nothing more for themselves, and they end up being working at a job for 10, 15, 20 years. Because I was around that. Did you have that there at your job where you made $23 an hour?
Yes, I did. There was at least five people there that worked for the but my company that I was working at actually was kind of like new in town. I think they had only been here for about 8 years by the time I got, because I worked for them for 4. So they had that prior to me getting hired in, they was only in business for 4 years. I mean, they established their building for 4 years because they been around for many years. I forgot when they were founded, but there was like 5 people that worked there that had been working for the company for over 15 years.
Mhm. And I don't knock anybody and what they choose to do with their life. You know what I mean? But what separates us, me and you, from people who would rather just choose to just be comfortable and not take any chances or risks, and this is all I'm ever going to make, and let me just stick with it and make the
Hopefully,
best.
lottery. Hopefully they hit the lottery in the midst of it. Nah, I think what separates us is we want more, and we know ourselves that we can do more. So, when you have visions and, you see further than most, some people can't see past where they stand, like feet. So me, I always look for better opportunity. I know in life, every day is supposed to be better than the last, you know. So I always want to advance and go and excel at everything that I do. I don't like to be at a standstill, you know. I
Mhm.
want like how I just start this company. I'm gonna drive for the company. I'm working for my company. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna give them 2 years of my time, and then I want to sit back and be the conductor that's taking care of them and have drivers. And hopefully, the same people can turn around and do the same thing, and so on. I just feel like some people become complacent and they're happy with what they got. And some people are content with the little they got. Like me, I'm appreciative of the little things I got. I'm appreciative to God for the little things I do got. But I can't say that I can't have more because it's a big world out here, man. And it's lots of money to be made. I don't want to waste my time. I feel like you got to pick and choose what you want to do in life. I'm like me, I know I couldn't, like when I was younger, I always wanted to be an engineer. And that, to be honest, I deviated from wanting to do that when I got older. As I got older, my thought patterns changed. I was like, yo, you know, this not really what I wanted to do, you know. But
Right.
I always wanted to be my own boss. So that way I can dictate what happened in my life and, you know, plan my future out, you know. So I
Yeah.
think that's great to us because we thinkers and we believers, so we doers. So, you know, and when you got goals and dreams, you know, I do have my checklist, you know, and I say, okay, I did this, that's off my but I gotta do this, you know, until I do that, I don't stop. I keep going at it until it's finally done, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I speak a lot of things into existence because I believe the energy you put out can affect your life, good or bad, because it depends what energy you put out. So
Absolutely. You
yeah,
know, God created the earth just by speaking it into existence. He said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And if we're created in God's image,
it's,
if you and me are created in the form of God, we're God's children, then that means whatever we speak, right, can come to fruition.
inspiration, exactly.
You know, um, that's amazing, man. That's a wonderful American dream story, man. That you're
Yeah.
living now, man. You
Yeah.
know.
And you know my background. I'm from Haiti, so you know we
Hey,
resilient.
hey, who do you think you're talking to, man?
I know you Haitian rich. That's what I got you on my phone.
Right.
That's
That's
why.
why we. Hey,
That's why
that's
I'm
why
here.
we bonded right from the get go. You know.
Yeah. Yes. Oh
Yeah,
man.
man. I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to interview my
Too,
cousin.
man.
I'm getting ready to interview my cousin coming up later this week.
Uh-huh.
He's from Haiti too.
Okay.
He's a cop. He's a police officer.
Where he stay in Michigan?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Uh,
what's up.
I'll send you the. You'll see it when it comes up.
Okay, most deaf.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because you'll have the link to my channel
Okay.
after I edit this video and publish it. You'll have the link to my channel. You'll be able to see all my videos. So
That.
yeah, yeah. All my family on my mother's side is he's on my mother's side. So my mother came here from Haiti when she was 7 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take uh,
So what's going on in your love life, man? I mean, um if you don't want to get too detailed about it, I understand. But what's going on, man? Because
uh
we talk about everything here.
as far as my love life, I mean I can touch on it just brief and
Okay.
um don't really have uh like I would say significant other as of right now, due to
Let me
the
cut
fact.
you off. Let me cut you off right there. I'm
Uh,
sorry to interrupt you, but right now we're looking at a successful black entrepreneur,
yes,
right?
yes,
That at the moment just said he does not have a love life at the moment, which ought to be a crime because I hear there's so many women out there saying that there's no good men, right?
yes.
All right, continue. Go ahead. I just wanted to interject that. Go ahead.
The reason I said I don't have a significant other as of right now, because the one woman I was with for over 9 years, I mean, it's been a lot of ups and downs, you know. I didn't want to give up on her or turn my back on her. I'm still supportive of her, but I just feel like we better off not being together. So I just think that I can focus on myself more. Cause I feel like if you're with somebody, it's supposed to be growth, you know? That person has gotta help you grow and vice versa. You gotta help that person grow. If it's more stress and more arguments than you know what it's really supposed to be, I feel like it's a waste of time. So because of that, I had to step back. I can focus on myself more. I can not to say that I'm selfish or I don't want to share. I want somebody who's thought pattern close to mine, you know. And I hate a person that speak without thinking. I hate that. And a lot of people react out of emotion and impulse. And sometimes you got to ground yourself. You got to know your do's and your don'ts. I know we all make mistakes because nobody's perfect, but you know, how many times you're going to repeat those mistakes though, you know? So
I'll tell you
that
this.
is hard.
Uh, women, women by design are emotional, right?
Understandable.
They see the world by how they feel, right?
Yeah.
Whereas us as men, we're logical. You know, two plus two, four. Uh, what goes up must come down. Stuff like that. Um, Sometimes in a relationship, you can be with somebody for so long that you end up not being the same person that you were when you began the relationship because we all continue to grow, right? And some people end up growing apart. Is that kind of like what you have been?
Practically, yeah, practically. Because like you, not to cut you off, I just wanted to interject that 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 growth can be good or bad. You know what I mean? It can be okay. This person make you grow to be bitter, or you grow to be better. You know, so but
Wow,
my
that's
situation,
good. That's good.
yeah,
That's good. I like
yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah, in my situation, I don't want to grow to be bitter. I want to grow to be better. You know,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so sometimes you can only beat your hand so many times on a hard surface before it start bleeding. I mean, what do you expect? I can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get places in life. So in order for me to do that, maybe I need to be by myself for the time being. If a good woman, and not to say she's not a good woman, but if a good woman with understanding that see my vision, that's not so clingy and self, more like, oh, some people they be selfish without knowing they're selfish.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
Yes.
for example, if I do music now, I don't make music a priority now, but I used to. Um, I can't have a video and have women in a video, and that's the business. And for you to like, oh, you doing this with that person, it's like you don't understand my dream. You don't really. So we're not on the same page. So on that token, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna step back and I can do that by myself.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's
'Cause
it's crazy. That's
stress,
crazy.
stress can.
Um, and you know what? The sad thing about it is too, man, is that there's some great women out there, right? Who will have your back and love you for who you are and be there, not just for the good times, not
Oh
just for the
yeah,
not just for the sunny days
I know
when
where.
you know
I,
but during the bad times too. But there's I think there's more. It seems to me like there's more bad women out there than there are good. Like there might be like a handful of good women, right? That's just what it seems like to me.
yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it's a pretty split. I think it's 50-50 because due to social media and what is popular.
or it could be 60-40.
Yeah, yeah, also, yeah, that too. But I think it's a lot of things that's really changing people's way of thinking because social media, I've seen superstar Hollywood and this, and they want to live their lifestyle. Oh, it's okay. Then they having TV shows. It's okay this guy, if you cheat on him, it's okay if to have multiple boyfriends. There's a lot of stuff that I've been condoned out there that's really like I want to say this, that's really like poisoning people's mind, man. And sometimes like I was saying, my girl that I left, it's not that she a bad person. She got a lot of good qualities and she stuck by me for through the bed. That's why I will never turn my back on her. But I know for the sake of both of us, I have to step away so I can do better. Um, I just think women in general are like, there's no good successful story without a strong black woman behind it, without a strong woman, period. So it does. You can't. Every successful black man or successful man always had a good woman behind them that push them, that make. But can you imagine if it's just for us? For example, half the stuff we do it for women. If it was for us, we'd be like, you know what? I don't need this nice. I can live in a one bedroom and be good, but you want good because your woman bring you joy and you know there to uh, reciprocate that joy. How you say in order to um what word I'm looking for? In order to it's like a reward. You're like, oh man, this woman been great to me, stuck by my side. I gotta do good to, make sure her way and make sure she has a good life. You know what I'm saying? You're going out of your way to make sure she have a good life, everything. To
right.
please, you know.
Well, one of the things that I've encountered more so than not, and I've had some good women that I've been with, but majority of them didn't really appreciate good things that I've done, and it seems like there's a lot of women who um they don't want to stick by you through the hard times. They don't want to stick by you through all the work you have to put in order to achieve that success. They just want the success part. They want the man that's already there. rather than the man that's trying to get there. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that to be
Wrong?
negative,
Yeah.
not to be negative towards women, but it's hard. It's hard for single black men, which I am one of. I don't know what your situation is officially, but
I'm I'm a single
it's
black. We
it's
understand.
it's hard it's hard for single black men such as you and I to find that that right woman, you know? I mean, and I don't think it was like this 50 years, 60 years ago, you know, when we didn't
Yeah.
have social media and um we didn't have all of these influences. We didn't have this feminist movement, which uh I'm for. I'm not against equal rights and the right for a woman to have choices, but I am against a woman thinking that she could be a man, not valuing men and putting men down. What do you have to say about that?
I'm pretty much on the same path as you about that because it's like I feel like I'm a feminist to be honest because I believe that women are the best thing God ever created, you know. But it just like a man has his place, a woman has that place too. You got to know what role you play in any situation or
Absolutely.
relationship. You know, I know
Absolutely.
the woman is in charge of the house, regardless what it is. A man don't own nothing in the house, you know. And I can't come in this house and say this is how I want it designed. That's a woman place. I know my role, and but I do not believe that. I want women to have their independency because it's like if I say, oh, just sit home, I work, I take care of that, that's crippling that woman. Unless she had just gave birth and she can't go. She want to work, make her own money. I'm fine with that. If she doesn't too, I'm fine with that. As long as she's being the woman that she's supposed to be, as far as like taking care of the kids, the house, and everything like that. You know,
Mhm.
I feel like a woman has to sit down and cook me three-course meal every day because I feel like sometimes I should do that for her too, you know. That way it shows it's a 50-50 partnership,
Right.
you know. Because
Yes.
some a lot of us as men, sometimes we got the tendency because of our old ways, because back in the days that's how women was represented. Um be house and be the housewife and they just take care of things in the house and this and that. I mean, I feel like a woman has the right to do anything that she want to do. You know, the possibilities is endless. You know, I just don't think that a woman should try to act like she's the man. That's why we're in a relationship. I'm the man, you're the woman, and we both has a role to play, have a role to play. So with that being said, I just feel like it's as the world changed, a lot of things change, and people is not sticking to principalities and morals no more. You know, ethics and everything is like broken down to where it's like the woman quit to call you out your name, and we call them out their name, and it's become a normal thing, which is not the way it's supposed to be. And I
Mhm.
think uh, if we can take all this stuff out of the equation, I think that's why it's a man and a woman. I think everything would be, I mean, not perfect, but good, great. Because that's what missing. Because I always tell people, you say, oh, she said she love you, or you say you love it. Do you ever think about that? Because love is easy being said than done. I mean, love to me is action, not just because you said you love me. That's not show me that you love me by your action. Then I believe that you love me. That's uh, That's where I'm at with it. But I do feel like
Like,
social media is.
like a wise man once said to me,
Mm.
I never listen to what a woman says. I watch what she does because that'll show me more than what you say to me. But go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're just adding on. Um, yeah, I me personally, I think there's a lot of great women out there, but they're great, but they're not choosing wisely. You know what I'm saying? So like when you say, I think it's a handful of women that are great that choose wisely, but it's a lot of good women that are choosing the right guy that they can go and build with. Because some women look like, okay, for instance, some goes with what's popular. They want the guys with the fly car. They want the guy with the most money. But those things are not um forever. Those are materialistic things that can be taken away. Things
Yeah.
happen in life. That's life. But when you could have somebody who's actually on the P's and Q's that wants to build, and you could sit, hey man, maybe he's not the best looking man, but this guy is a genius. You know, maybe she's not the best looking woman, but this woman is a genius. You gotta go with what is right, not what is popular or what is acceptable in people's eyes, in the public eyes, in
Mhm.
society. I just think right
No,
is what's right.
I will take the not best looking woman, but she better be good at everything else. She better cook like a 5-star chef. I better not have no wrinkles in my clothes. She better be the kindest, most courteous, absolutely no masculine tendencies.
Yeah, but I mean, but with you saying that though, so what would you say if you had the best looking woman though? See, you can't, because you can't be biased.
No, no, that's not enough.
You can't have
You're
one
right.
thing.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I see a lot of there's a lot I've been around and I've talked to and dated lots of women that were like nines and tens, but on the inside they were
right.
completely useless,
Yeah.
dumb, not kind at all. Like the way you
Feel
sit
like
back,
thing that happened like is unappreciated.
yeah. And the way you treat somebody, the way like I sit back and I watch when I'm courting someone, when I'm dating someone, I will watch how they interact with other people, right? How you treat your server or your waitress, you know. If you treat them like dirt or shit, you know, when they're just trying to do their job, you know. I look at things like that because it says a lot about the person, you know. The way you act when somebody's not looking is who you really are. You know, the way you treat um the person who is least among us, the way you act towards the people that are least among us shows who you really are.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I'm not the surface type. I don't go by just what's on the surface, you know. Um Matter of fact, I'll tell you a little story too. And then I'll let you have the last word. But to this day, to this day, I'm haunted by this girl. Her name is Charlie. And this was a long time ago. I went to go work at a Burger King. I was transferred from one Burger King to another. And was when I lived in Ypsilanti. And Charlie was the youngest general manager in the whole region. She was 24 years old. Very, very beautiful black woman. Okay. So I went there and I was attracted to her. And me being young, I said, you know what? I'm just going to do my job and I'm not gonna try to talk to her because she's my boss. I'm gonna do it the right way, you know. I noticed while I was doing my job, you know how you would like turn your head and
Somebody looking at you.
they're looking at you, but they look away real quick, you know.
Yeah.
So I noticed she was doing that, but we became cool throughout my time working there. And she told me she had a boyfriend at the time. This is what she did for her boyfriend for his birthday. She told me it was PlayStation 3 at the time. Okay. She went out and bought two of them, two PlayStation 3s, one for him and one for her, so she could get familiarized with it and get good at it. So when she got with her boyfriend, she would know more about the things he would like to
Yeah.
do. So this woman was not only beautiful, but she was very,
Yes.
very thoughtful and very, very, very like all about her man, you know? And I sat there like completely and totally envious of this guy, whoever he was, you know? So weeks went by and I came into work one day and Charlie was looking kind of sad, you know, with her head down, and we
Mhm.
talked and turned out that her and her boyfriend broke up. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, what a dumb guy. And on the inside, I'm like,
Uh,
yes, right?
this is my
I,
chance.
and I hesitated, man. I didn't go in there and make the kill like I should have. And I continue to be a friend, you know. And then more weeks went by, and this is why this haunts me to this day. I ended up going to jail. I was in jail for about a week because my driver's license at the time, well, I didn't have one. I had a whole bunch of tickets and I ended up getting pulled over. So I had to go take care of that. And I got out after about a week. And I went up there, I went to the job and I still had my job. And they had a check for me. So I needed money because I was just getting out of jail. And Charlie was there, but she was not wearing her uniform. She was wearing a skin tight jogging suit where I could see her body like I'd never seen before. And when I tell you, this woman could have been easily been a model, an actor, anything, you know. Um, I said, you know what, Charlie, let's go get some coffee sometime, you know. You know what she said to me? She said, Richard, you have the worst timing in the world. I put in my 2 weeks notice and I'm leaving out next week to go to California. And that was the last time I ever talked to her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's I
And
know. You
that
should
should have
not be.
been that should have been my wife, you know. Maybe there's another Charlie out there somewhere, you know, but at this
I
point
mean,
it's in God's hands, you know.
if it was not in the plan, because if it was meant to be, it would have been your wife. She would have been your wife. Maybe that's not what God wanted for you.
Yep.
You know,
And I tell you
sometimes
what,
what we want is not always what we want, really.
that's true.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I think if we stop looking build ourselves up and find ourselves and be true to ourselves, I think the right woman gonna come along. That's where I'm at with it. I think I definitely gonna find me a good woman that's understandable, that knows about life, that knows what it takes as a couple to make it through. And I know I'm gonna get one day, but I'm just not right now. That's not my main focus. Like when I was younger, I used to chase tails. Those things that incite me when I was younger don't incite me no more. I focus on myself when I do find out. Cause the crazy thing is, when that woman come along, you gonna know. Like this girl that make this shirt for me, she way younger than me. She's a beautiful girl. We went bowling. We went to the club one time, but not on no dates, nothing like that. And
Hey
I'm
man.
not going. I'm not going like if we went as a group, but I'm not going to lie if I say I don't like her. But I know she's younger than me, and she's probably not think. And she's a business minded person. That's what I love about her. That's more attractive than her looking good, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
she looks good. But I don't let her know that I like her. I think I wrote her on Facebook about because then we went out to the club, had a few drinks, we was playing beer pong, and she had asked me, and then how many kids I got, and I made a joke. I was like, I got 10. I did like this, but I don't though. Her sister was there, and I'm like, yeah, I got 10 kids. No, I'm like, nah. She said, for you, how many you got? No, I got 3, which is I do. And then she's like, I was like, no. Then she's like, um, I said, yeah. I said, I told her actually. I was like, I'm way older than you and stuff. She's like, how old are you? I don't care. I'm like, I didn't want to tell her. I didn't tell her how old. I changed the subject, but I didn't want her to think because I see she's been making some comments on Facebook. I didn't want her to think because I've been buying shirts from her. I didn't want her to think that me buying shirts from her is because I want to have a way with her. You know what I mean? So I got her number. I don't call, I don't text, I don't do none of that stuff because I want, if she's gonna be the one for me, that it just happened. I don't want to make her feel like that's me trying to get to her closer to me too, so I can get a chance to talk to her. Even though I've been around her, I've never let her know I like her. I think she probably know by now. And I hope she likes me, but if me and her, I know if I got together with this girl, we could take over the world, but maybe not then because it's not happening. So that's where
Yeah.
I'm at. I do like this girl though. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's worthy of marriage, and I like how she carries herself. She's fun to be around. I have fun with her. She's a beautiful black young lady, man. She's
Well, it
she
has to be.
probably not interested in me. I don't have dreads. I'm not as the tallest guy. I'm 5'6", and I think she's a little bit taller than me. You know, she. I mean, I know she thinks I'm attractive, but she's not showing me that like she wants to. You know, and then I know some girls, they want you to work for it. You know what I mean? Because it looked like she got structure in her life, like she was raised right. So she's probably want me to work for it. And because I'm not working for it, so I will never know. Because I feel like I would work for it, but I don't want rejection. You know what I mean? And then I don't want to be like, I
Stuck in,
fortune. She's
stuck
like,
in the same zone.
you're not my type. Excuse me, I avoid myself the embarrassment. I just keep it cool as
Right.
we're not really friends. We just know each other, to be honest. And she's a businesswoman. She got her own little business. I was thinking about supporting her business, by getting her help her get a printer because she do this shirt, and I want her to know that I want her to win. I'm not looking because she's beautiful. I just want her. If we was to happen, it happened. And the crazy thing is, she's always on Facebook making these remarks like she's not sharing no man. She wants the right man, pray that the right man come along, that she's she want somebody who's faithful, honest, imagine meeting somebody that's a business partner and boom, you guys get married and then you guys that's a dope wife. She's making all these kind of remarks on Facebook. So I know she wants somebody. But the thing is sometimes we be the person we want to be right there in our face and we looking past them because I don't know, because we expecting more or we expecting something else. Like this superhero, superwoman gonna just come along, and sometimes the person be right there. You know.
Yeah, and listen, I don't I know you're a grown man, and you've been through these kind of things before, and you pretty much know what to do. But if I was in your position, I would just let it be what it is. You know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Just
That's
be
what
okay.
I. Yeah, that's why I said.
Mm-hmm.
There's this segment on YouTube. This lady, she says why men should not chase women, and I watched like two segment of it, and I'm like, yo, I'm mind blown by it because it's so true, and I feel like it's because she said if you and I agree with her, you get your stuff together, you position yourself right, that
Yes.
woman, she's gonna
Work
find,
work
she's
on yourself. Work,
gonna realize that
because
this guy
to
know
be
what
honest,
he's doing. Huh?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I
Oh,
just
you
want
good?
I just want to interject. Chasing a woman requires work and effort, and the same kind of effort you could be using towards putting it towards bettering yourself and uh,
Exactly,
taking your business to the next level
exactly.
for your success, right? Uh, with success also comes access. You will have access to pretty much almost any woman you want, you know, because they prefer the successful men. So, you know, like I said, there'll be many of these young ladies out there, you know, and the level of interest will rise as well. You know what I mean? So you're doing the right thing, man. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Oh
Any
yeah.
any final thoughts here?
Man, you know what, man? I'm so glad that you called me for this, and you choose me to do your first interview, and
And I
um,
thank you. I thank you for agreeing to do it, man. I
yeah,
appreciate
man. I hope I did well, man, because I'm kind of like, yo, I really never been interviewed. I think I've been interviewed probably twice. One time was a news channel, and then the other time was this girl that has she shoot videos, and we was doing music and we was putting out a project. So she interviewed us about how we started doing music and things like that. But yeah, man, what my final thought on everything we talked about, man, self-love is key, you know, keep
you.
passive at whatever you're doing. Don't give up. It's gonna be hurdles. It's gonna be roadblocks. It's gonna be all kind of things coming at you, but you gotta be stronger than those things. Those things what's gonna make you better and bigger. And Just be true to yourself. Love with your heart and your mind, not with, lust. You know what I'm saying? And you know, respect goes a long way, man. Respect is universal, and just keep an open mind and stay positive, man, and everything should fall in place. You know.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Uh, we
Thank you very much,
got it.
man.
You're welcome, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
hey, be
got to
safe.
link up. We got to link up and have a drink, man. One of these days, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
I hope,
Uh,
man. Another thing too, man. I wish you good health, wealth, and prosperity, man. Because I hope your podcast grow to be one of the biggest podcasts, and we can sit here and talk about this moment.
yeah,
I
hey, and
feel,
I'll have you back on too, man.
yeah,
It was just definitely we're
that
gonna
quick
definitely do this again, you know.
where I'm at. I want to see my progress. Six
For
months
sure,
later,
for sure, for sure.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right, my buddy. All right, my buddy. Hey, you be safe out there on the road, okay? I'll call you,
yeah.
man.
You too, most definitely. Thank you, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Have a blessed one.
All right, boss. Likewise. Yep. Take care.